in case you thought you were a professor of history, we are not here to discuss history of the entire country over the last 2000 years. We are here to discuss Gyanvapi, and on Gyanvapi, would you want to say something? Would you want to say why 1991 did not include Kashi and Mathura? Question number one. And two, why would you call what the Supreme Court, and I'm telling you, the Supreme Court order that has just been uploaded on the Supreme Court website, it calls very clearly, in order to obviate any dispute on the meaning and content of the order, trial judge, the operation ambit of the order dated 16th May shall stand restricted to the extent that the district magistrate Varanasi shall ensure that the area where the Shiv Linga is stated to have been found is as indicated in the order shall be duly protected. They will call it the stated Shiv Linga, but you will call it a fountain. Why, sir? I'll tell you, madam, in medieval India, there were Araghat and Ghati Yantra. These were instruments that were kept inside wells so as to draw water from the well. If any one of the so-called historians know anything about how technology was used at that point of time, would know it. In fact, that entire Sambit Patra ji, Sambit Patra ji, इनको science of fountains and history of fountains and wuzu सब कुछ पता है, बस इनको शिवलिंग के बारे में नहीं पता है. भगवान इन्हें माफ कर दे. जवाब दे दीजिए आप इनको.
See, Navika ji, as far as the Congress party is concerned, till they have the fountainhead of all problems, Rahul Gandhi, what else do you expect out of them? What do you expect? The Congress spokesperson will come and say, oh, Baba mil gaye.
Who has destroyed the entire economy, when you can have a chai wala taking care of the country.
I never spoke in middle of you, sir. I never interrupted you, sir. Can you please, Navika, I mean, this is not fair, Navika. We should not be shouting. I never shouted when you spoke, sir. Navika, that's a few core questions that I want to ask. Number one, just as Mujibur Rahman present over here, Mujib Rahman present over here can never be what can never be called as Venkat Raman. He can never be named as Christine as Venkat Raman. Just as Mr. Sadiq, who left, can never be called as Ram Murthy. How is it that a masjid is called as Gyanvapi, a Sanskrit name? Knowledge, the well of knowledge. How is it that the masjid was called as Gyanvapi, just as the controversial structure in Ayodhya was called as Ram Janmabhoomi Masjid? How is it? I mean, of course, because it has a history attached to it, because there is a wealth of knowledge around it, and we all know what it is. That's the reason as to why it is called as Gyanvapi Masjid. That means the knowledge of the well of knowledge, number one. Number two, you talk about the court today. Astonishingly, I don't know how many of you read the Times of India day before yesterday. What was the headline day before yesterday in Times of India? The headline was, Judge Mr. Ravi, the one who in fact gave the orders for the survey, he is fearful about his own life. He is fearful about the life of his family. His family is under great deal of stress today in Uttar Pradesh. Why? I mean, why? If you believe in court, if the Muslim side says that they have complete faith in the constitution, in the Samvidhan, in Baba Saheb Ambedkar, in the judiciary of India, why is it that the judges of this country have to be fearful of this side? If you pass a judgment on triple talaq, you are fearful of your life. If you pass a judgment on hijab, then you are fearful of your life. And today, yet again, Mr. Ravi, the judge, is fearful of his life. That means it is my way or highway, as far as most of you are concerned. Thirdly, Mr. Owaisi, and many of you say that you have complete faith on judiciary. I mean, right now you were saying, Mr. Rahman, that you have complete faith in judiciary. Remember when the judiciary gave its verdict on triple talaq, the Supreme Court spoke about triple talaq. Mr. Owaisi came out and said, ये कोर्ट कौन होती है कि मुसलमान कैसे निकाह करेगा और कैसे तलाक देगा, ये मुसलमान तय करेगा, ये कोर्ट नहीं तय करेगा. This is exactly what Mr. Owaisi says. So please don't in fact sound all your hollow and bunkum talks about you respect the constitution of the country, you respect the judiciary, and you're going to follow the judiciary. Well, yes, I hope you follow the judiciary, but remember, the history of this country is thousands and thousands years old. The one who cannot respect the history, the one who cannot respect the sentiment of this country, I'm sorry, will never be respectful towards the constitution. Absolutely.